Xin chào mỗi người. Tên của anh là Luc Nguyen Minh Lu. À, tôi ở đây bao lâu rồi? 15 tháng phải không? À, cái position của anh là gì? Giám đốc dữ liệu.
He was amazingly handsome. He was handsome, but he was more like a brother. He was quite warm and a little bit of shy towards someone who was new and to the company. So I felt his warmth, and there wasn't many people in the office at that time, so we were just like a family.
I work at VNID and one out way before Anh Luc came, and when Anh Luc came to the department, he like a total new breeze. He bring a lot of new culture, new environment to us, and he totally bring us close together, and we are just very lucky to have him as a leader.
Ấn tượng là có một người có thể quản lý nguyên một cái đội data rất là hùng hậu, và kiểu rất là ấn tượng là có những cái họ quản lý những người khá là xịn trong công ty. Thì một người boss tuy là chưa có được nhiều tiếp xúc nhưng mà đã thấy rất là
có toàn đẹp trai nhưng mà nói tiếng Anh khó nghe quá.
Thì ấn tượng đầu tiên về anh Lữ đấy là anh cười rất nhiều khi họp, nhưng mà phong thái anh họp anh rất điềm tĩnh và đưa các cái comment rất là chính xác.
Ấn tượng đầu tiên về sếp Lữ là rất thân thiện và gần gũi với lại nhân viên.
Mày chơi xem văn mẫu được.
Thực ra về ấn tượng đầu tiên anh Lữ thì đầu tiên mình gặp là sếp nước ngoài và khá là bối rối vì mình nói tiếng Anh, và khó để catch up được cái tiếng cái âm mà anh đấy. Mãi sau và ấn tượng nữa là anh ấy rất là giỏi, rất là hiểu về cái vấn đề mình đang thử. Đó thì có thể đây là những lời khuyên rất là bổ ích cho team mà làm.
Thì ấn tượng đầu tiên của mình về anh Lữ là anh Lữ khá là thân thiện. Anh Lữ rất là bận, tuy nhiên cũng thường xuyên sắp xếp tổ chức các buổi meeting hàng tuần để có thể trao đổi và giải quyết những khúc mắc cho team data.
Ấn tượng là cái gì? Ha cái gì?
Anh khỏi bài đấy.
Thì đang hỏi văn mẫu ấy.
Ấn tượng lần đầu tiên gặp anh Lữ khi sang Việt Nam là anh Lữ rất là đẹp trai. Ấn tượng thứ hai chắc là về cách mà anh Lữ đã build cái team data ở OneMG. Trong một năm thì mình scale rất là nhanh, và tất cả các bạn thành viên của data team thì nó có một cái màu sắc văn hóa rất là riêng. Và không phải là các doanh nghiệp Việt Nam thì có thể build được một cái đội data mạnh như vậy. Thì đấy cũng sẽ là một cái điểm mà nếu mà trong quá trình mà làm về nhân sự cũng như tuyển dụng thì chị thấy ấn tượng nhất ở anh Lữ.
Riêng về anh Lữ thì mình có rất là nhiều buổi nói chuyện với anh Lữ. Thì đối với mình thì anh Lữ giữ vai trò rất cao nhưng vẫn bỏ rất nhiều thời gian để ngồi nói chuyện với mình, để chia sẻ về định hướng với mình.
He is a friendly leader who I could definitely come to when I have problems or issues. Maybe sometimes he create more questions than answer, but yeah, I value the time I work with him.
Chắc là cười to. Chưa thấy người mà đã thấy tiếng rồi. Nhất là đi qua các phòng họp.
What I would like to say to you is that good luck, and I hope that we made a good impression on you, throughout your journey at OneMG. I know the culture change has been I don't know, a big move for you from Australia to Vietnam, but I hope that we made a lot of memories together and we will stay in contact in the future, and I hope you all the best.
And I hope that in the future he's always succeed and always go far in the future, and I and the team will wish you all the best and to in the future.
Còn lời nhắn nhủ của em là mong sẽ có dịp được làm việc với anh và được nói chuyện với anh.
Cảm ơn anh Lữ vì đã tạo nên chương trình Freshman Program để em có cơ hội để được trở thành một phần của One Data.
Nếu sếp mà muốn học tiếng Việt thì anh em rất là ủng hộ và khắp thì sếp của anh.
Điều nhắn nhủ với anh Lữ đấy là tia pun vô địch.
Chúc sếp và gia đình mạnh khỏe. Thế thôi.
Hello, Mr. Lu. I remember the first time I have a chance to perform a presentation. I could feel the energy and ambition inside you. Thank you for spreading it out, bringing so much joy and dedication for us. We are going to miss your energy, your positivity at the office. One more will be never again the same without you. Have fun in your adventure.
Rất là buồn khi anh đã đi. Thực sự thì mình sẽ rất là tâm với trình độ. Always wish you luck and health. Stay safe. Salute.
Luc is a very cool guy. Miss him.
Thì nhân đây mình cũng muốn gửi lời cảm ơn tới anh Lữ đã tạo nên một cái định hướng tầm nhìn cho team, giúp cho team có thể có được một cái cảm nhận về data, từ đó có thể phát triển những sản phẩm data chất lượng phục vụ cho công ty và xa hơn là phục vụ cho cái ngành dữ liệu của thị trường Việt Nam.
Mình muốn nói gửi lời cảm ơn tới anh Lữ, tới những cái sự support của anh trong giai đoạn vừa qua để giúp cho team phát triển, và hy vọng rằng là trong tương lai ấy, thì tất cả chúng ta vẫn có cơ hội làm việc và hợp tác với anh Lữ. Đấy. Và mình cũng chúc anh và gia đình dồi dào sức khỏe và đạt nhiều thành công trong tương lai. Đấy. Mình một lần nữa cảm ơn anh.
Xin gửi tới anh Lữ lời cảm ơn vì đã giúp mình làm quen với lại cái domain data analytics.
I hope that we will meet someday or our career path on cross in the futures. And would you mind hosting me if I come to Australia?
Anh muốn nhận gì anh Lữ? Tại sao anh không nghỉ muộn hơn? Tại sao anh không nghỉ muộn hơn khi mà bây giờ còn chưa hết tháng 6? Em phải nghỉ tháng 7.
A few moments later.
I guess when I came to Vietnam, what were my impressions? I definitely, the last time I had come here before this time, I backpacked, and it was probably 15 years ago. So I definitely noticed that things had moved on, things had changed. I loved the fact that there was, like the Grab app and things like that to be able to move around. There were some big shopping centres which to me didn't feel like existed when I was backpacking. The consumer side of the world was catching up with Vietnam. It was all there. I guess the other impression was definitely this time round I had time to really talk to people and understand it a bit more. And my first impression was energy. This is a time and a place which there were things happening. People had ideas, small ideas, big ideas. Everybody seemed to have some ideas, and One Mount Group's an example of that, right? So it just seems like, and it still seems like, like a lot's going to happen in this country, in this part of the world, for the next few years, 5-10 years. I definitely remember starting the team meetings, right? And when I started the team meetings, we were in that corner room on level 5, which now they've opened up, right, into this big board area, but there was still just a single room back then. And I remember we all fit, right? We all fit in that room. And I remember, like, I myself was nervous, right? It was, first time I led a team where, English was your second language. So I had no idea whether anyone understood what I was saying. I definitely made some enemies when I admitted I supported Liverpool and I didn't like Manchester United, and other people, probably only Nguyen, was another Liverpool supporter. So, but my impression was youth and potential, right? I definitely, the team before this one had a lot of older heads. In fact, I was managing people who are, definitely older than me as well. But I was really energized by that, right? I was really energized by the fact that, there's a young team who, have lots of ideas, highly motivated, and, was looking at me like I was potentially an alien from another planet, but hopefully a friendly one. Boy, it's gone fast. And it's been action-packed, I think. So my impressions about Vietnam definitely held true, right? Like that hasn't changed at all. Like, in fact, even more so. I was super impressed with how Vietnam handled COVID, right? And to me, that was an example of, like the ingredients are right here, right? Transitioning from the past, embracing the future. Right? So I think the impression of Vietnam has held true. I found the northern accent challenging. So I think if I was in the south, I would have, been able to, make myself understood a bit easier. I'm not talking about at work. I'm talking about out in the streets and in the shops. People still stare at me like, what am I trying to say? And then when they say, oh, that's the word you meant, they seem to say it exactly like I said it. Or it's a word that I've never used. So, that's been fun though. I haven't minded that. The team now, I guess, where are we now? We don't fit in that room anymore. Thankfully, we have the ground floor to do our team meetings in. And, we've, some good people have left, but so many people have joined, right? And I'm hoping that all the people who left will rejoin at some point. Maybe even myself one day if COVID goes away and the company continues to progress. But yeah, the energy is still there from the team. I think the new people will inject new energy. And we have such a good blend of international and local experience, I think. So, I'm just super thankful and super happy that that's the kind of thing that has evolved from everyone fitting into the room to spreading out onto the ground floor. Actually, to be honest, we're all meeting online at the moment now, aren't we? But it would be it's a much larger team. I distinctly remember I was on holidays in Nha Trang, right, on a beach in a hotel, swimming pool or something, and during that time I think it was really bad in other places. This was kind of July last year. It was really bad in other places in the world, right? So I had a lot of fun, pointing out to people that I'm just relaxing. Things are pretty normal here. But certainly the kids have gained a lot. they're learning Vietnamese much more quickly than me. They probably have a northern accent, which grandma might not be happy about, but that's okay. I think they've loved their time here. All of my most memorable moments are pretty much related to the team, I would say, right? Seeing, like being a part of and observing, the showcases, just the journey of, like, you want us to do what? To, just doing that and doing that well, doing that consistently. If you guys look back on your showcases, across 1.5 years, there are a lot, right? And you guys have done enormous amount of work and achieved a lot. So, and the showcases are written testimony of it, right? So, I think they're the kind of key things. And again, like the newsletter itself, the way that people have embraced it, people have run with it. Initially, I was quite involved to be clear on what it was, make sure, this month what are we going to do, and make sure that that progressed. But very soon, you guys had a process around that. We have to call out Ling and yourself, Hai and Tao, obviously, as key people who really just grab that and run with it, right? But now the information flow in. Really the main things you guys have to chase is leadership updates. Everything else the team can quickly produce. And watching the videos, I love the videos. I love hearing people kind of just step out of their role and just talk about themselves, talk about their teams. I love hearing, do they like Android or iOS? Just some of those random things that just, they have to answer. I always try and predict, like, does this person, want a car or a motorbike? And I always get it wrong. So, they're the things that, probably will always stick out for me and live on in the memory kind of thing, right? Outside of that, yes, like we've done big things together as overall teams. We've moved forward from a business that was just VinID to a multi-business, group thing. So I don't want to downplay, that side of things, but for me, always the most rewarding stuff is the fact that the teams form, you guys bonded, found your own identities, created your own roadmaps, engaged your business, and continue to do that. For me, that's the thing that I get the most kick out of. I would love you all to embrace the idea that me leaving doesn't mean anything. Right? Now, I really think that you should embrace that idea because, if you all know that, you don't need me day to day, right? Like day to day, you guys all have your own roadmaps. You're all fairly clear. You have senior people in the team who guide you. You interact well. Nothing's perfect, right? But I would say, you're all in a good place. You're in a great company with enormous challenges ahead of it, which need to be data driven to be solved. So the opportunity is there. You're in the right teams. I think you've built relationships and friendships which are important. And they're the things that you need, right, day to day. So I would embrace that and now really continue to drive it, right? And there are more senior leaders in the team now, right? So Mr. Kang has always been there. He's been a guide for me the whole way through. But we have Ya who's leading engineering now. We have Nigel who's in there with DFS. We've got Tung who's also in there with DFS. We've grab Min and Owen from the US as well. So you know, we've built out the team, we've built out the talents. So I think, you know, it's probably, you know, I'm the least needed person, to be honest. And you know, I guarantee you that Anhung will come in there and provide fantastic guidance. Right? He's got great experience. You know, I'm enjoying kind of the discussion I'm having with him as part of this process, and his ideas are all exciting ones. Right? So work with him, and you know, carry on. Right? And then maybe the last one, from a personal note, you know, given that we're all used to remote and Zooming and Google Meets and everything now, like, I'm more than happy to be contacted about anything by anyone. You know, like, it's pretty normal online conversations now, isn't it? So, always available if needed, and I'm dead serious about, you know, if you ever want to visit Sydney, you know that that's where I live. So, you know, reach out to me. I'll be your tour guide. You can crash on my couch. You know, that's part of the service offering and the extended warranty that I give you.